I was recently watching a video where a guy was talking about how landscaping is the highest return of investment that you can have. And what he was saying made a lot of sense, and I had never heard it worded this way, so I wanted to share it with you. And I wanted to talk about landscaping at large, because in the midst of the discussion of hearing him talk about the investment in landscaping, I started thinking about a lot of previous conversations I had, and I figured I'd hit them all together, sort of head on here. And so going back to landscaping being the best return of investment that you can have, the way he pitched it was like this. The day that you plant a tree in your yard is the least valuable that tree is going to be. The day that you lay the sod or the grass seed, the day that you plant the bushes, the day that you put everything out there, that is the least valuable it will be. From that moment forward, it will take root, it will grow, it will spread together. You'll be able to shape it exactly how you want it. So the longer you have it, the healthier it becomes and the better looking it becomes within the environment in which you planted. So unlike a car, where as soon as you drive it off the lot, it is depreciated in value, with landscaping, what we do to the home continues to improve over time. It gets better. And so when you're looking at landscaping as an investment, you have to look at it from the point of what are you getting from it? You're not just getting a better looking home, you're not getting better curb appeal. What you're doing is you're setting the stage to where your home is going to look better and better and better. And the longer you maintain it, whether it's professionals or personally, you're going to find that it is even more valuable to you, as well as literally more valuable to a potential buyer if you were to sell. And so look at it like this as well. And this goes back to other conversations that I've had. People have said, why would I pay somebody to do something that I can do myself? It's the same way that you pay professionals to cook the food for you or to fix the car. You can fix the car. You can cook dinner. But sometimes it's good to have somebody else go in and just make that gourmet meal. Sometimes it's good to have a landscaper, a professional licensed tradesman to go and to overhaul your property to make it perfect. And then from there, you can maintain as best you see fit. But sometimes it's okay for you to have somebody else do the job for you. You're not weak. You're not less than. And the mindset that, well, why would I have somebody else do it? That doesn't fit well with me, because when you look at the Bible, when you look at a lot of business practices, when you look at a lot of texts of individuals who found success in life, both financially, personally, just professionally with growing their brands, all of them talking about hiring the right guy or finding the right guy. If all of us were to sit here and say, well, I'm going to make my own clothes and build my own house and create my own fuel and work on my own car and raise my kids and educate my kids and make sure that I cook every single meal, but I've got to raise the animals to have for the meat, I've got to raise the vegetables. When do you have time to actually go out and live and enjoy the life? Like, that much work in our day and age in 2025 and beyond, that's not how it works. And so if you're to think about your community, your job is to be good at your thing. My thing is landscaping. It's not cooking. It's not working on cars. It's not, building this, that, or the other. It's landscaping. And so I focus on that. Can I cook? Yes. Can I be a gearhead? Yes. I can do those things. But if there's things that I need, I'm going to go to the professionals, because that allows them to give me their value. And in return, I can give them my money. And so I make my money from my expertise, and then I pay professionals to do what they do. And that's how a community wins. So all of us don't have to be individuals. We can be connected. We can share our skills with one another. And so that's where it comes back to a lot of the conversations I've had where people are talking about how, well, I can mow my own lawn. You absolutely can mow your own lawn. But if you want to get an entirely new lawn, if you want to grade that lawn so the water goes where you want it to go, if you want to add new bushes that are proper for the seasons that you're entering or that are going to do well in the soil that you have, then you're going to find somebody who's good at that thing of knowing how to get all those pieces to work together. In the same way that a great chef can bring flavors together in a way you may not be able to do so. Salt, pepper, cooking the meat, you understand that. But somebody who can come out with a sweet steak, they can come out and like make a steak that's like, oh man, this steak's better than that steak. What do? They're the professional who are able to put it together the right way. And so that's what we do as landscapers. But you can see it for every profession. The greatest mechanic doesn't have to be the best chef. The greatest mechanic doesn't have to be the best landscaper. Can they mow their lawn? For sure. Can they operate on the grill and get all that going? For sure. But again, if they want to be the best mechanic, then they've got to focus on being the mechanic. Let other professionals take over in this back end. And so when you're looking at it, if landscaping is the best return of investment that you can have, because it only gets better with age, and you want to be a part of a community and connect and do your part of having the sum being greater than just the individual parts, it's almost like 1 + 1 = 3. Because 1 and 1, they're greater than, because they're really good at what they have. So I'm like 1.5 when it comes to landscaping. The mechanic is 1.5 when it comes to being a mechanic, because they're so good at what they do that they're greater than the average. So they're more than just one. They're like 1.5 or 2. And so that's how 1 plus 1 equals 3. That's how we grow. We're more than just individuals who are trying to do our thing. And so if you're looking for landscapers, obviously with Landscaping Unlimited, this is what we do. This is why we're sharing our story. This is why we're talking about this more. Because it's important that we understand not only are you investing in yourself, investing in your home, which is your haven, the place that it should be, but you're also breaking the stigma where everybody thinks they have to be the man and just do every single thing themselves. It's great to be a handyman, but it's also great to get out of your own way and allow, others to come in and do what they're professionals at. And so don't get hung up on the title of like, oh, you hired somebody to do that job. Sometimes you got to handle it yourself. Sometimes you've got to go in and get yourself dirty, put in that elbow grease and make it happen. But other times you got to step back and say, hey, this isn't worth my time. Let me be great at what it is I do, and let me go hire the professionals to do what they do. If you guys have any questions or have any comments on what I'm saying here, I'm going to be diving into this further. I'm going to get Shay on. We're going to do a full panel. And then as we do the full podcast, we're going to have guests talking about topics like these. But I would love to hear from you, because at the end of the day, I can talk about what's on my mind, but I would love to know what's going on in the community's mind. What the group think is going up with, and what's on your end, the thing that you want to talk about and have explained or clarified as far as what it is we're doing, what it is we're about. But I look forward to having those talks. I appreciate you watching this video. And obviously, like, subscribe, spread the good word, because what we're looking to do is continue this discussion. And so we can only do that if other people are talking back. If not, we're just speaking to the camera. I'd much rather know there's a person on the other side of this who's going to be speaking back. And so you guys have a good one. Take care. And I look forward to seeing those calls come in when you're looking for actual landscapers to come and bring our professional skills to your home.